Chapter in the AiG saga. You already know the giant insurer took billions in taxpayer bailout money and then turned around and paid out millions of dollars in executive bonuses. So we wondered if they were as generous with the people who depend on them for insurance. Chief Investigative Correspondent Brian Ross looked into it for us. Morning, Brian.
Good morning, Chris. Well, it may seem like there's not much more that could be said about AiG, the giant insurance company that remains in business only because of the huge amount of taxpayer bailout money. But as part of a joint investigation with the Los Angeles Times and the nonprofit group ProPublica, we have discovered a new low involving the shabby treatment of people who were covered by AiG insurance. AiG sent executives on a retreat at this luxurious California resort, but refused to buy a new artificial leg for this blind amputee, John Woodson.
You have to ask a second time, a third time, a fourth time, and you're still not getting it.
AiG pampered its executives at the resort spa, but tried to get away with shortchanging this paralyzed former Houston nursery school teacher, Shaheen Khan.
I mean, the judge finally ruled that they had only been paying her about a fifth of what they should have been.
And even though AiG had enough money for private jets and multi-million-dollar executive bonuses, it refused to believe that truck driver Preston Wheeler, caught in a gun battle in Iraq, later had nightmares and post-traumatic stress.
The pattern is to deny, to delay, and to fight.
Under a federal program, AiG covers about 90% of the people who get hurt working overseas for American defense contractors, like John Woodson and Shaheen Khan and Preston Wheeler. AiG says most claims are settled without dispute when it has the proper paperwork. But an analysis of some 30,000 claims by ProPublica found a pattern of AiG playing hardball, denying and delaying. Almost half the serious claims were disputed.
They pay for simple claims like a paper cut or something like that. But the more complicated the case and the more serious the injury, the more likely they are to fight it. And of course, those are the more expensive cases.
AiG says it provides quality service, but that's not been the experience of Kevin Smith of Abilene, Texas, badly injured in Iraq.
I had a surgery scheduled a year or so ago on my knee, which is 13 surgeries on my leg, and they wouldn't pay for it. AiG said, no, we're not going to pay for it.
AiG said, we're not paying for it.
Right. They just said flat, no, we're not paying for it.
Because?
No reason. We're not paying for it.
At one point, AiG cut off all of Smith's medical and disability benefits, and he feared losing his home until his lawyer got a federal judge to order AiG to start the payments again. Smith says AiG still owes his doctor $13,000.
I'm so angry, I can't even begin to say how angry I am at AiG for wasting millions of dollars. But they can't pay my doctor $13,000.
All of this is overseen by the Federal Department of Labor, which many of the injured workers say has failed to move quickly enough to get AiG to do the right thing, Chris.
That's why people are demanding accountability. Brian, thank you very much. I know there's a lot more of this story, and we can all see it tonight on his report on 2020 at 10